Welcome to a series of podcasts discussing series of films.
I'm Matt.
I'm Dave.
In a world inundated with prequels, sequels, spin-offs, and reboots, we ask the question,
Do we need one more? I think we do.
I think we don't.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
It's judgment time.
Oh, fuck. I run out of here.
Hot shot.
Yeah, just
I throw a transformer car at you.
You know, not a terrible way to go. Just kidding. Probably a really rough way to go.
Really horrible way to die. Being crushed by a car.
What a flick.
What a flick, dude.
I know I sent this in our group chat when we were talking about the movie. The definition of all killer, no filler.
Yeah.
Like,
quite literally, this movie's like, what, an hour?
Hour 37?
37, yeah.
Something like that.
Basically a 97-minute movie.
Yeah, nice, easy 90.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. No,
More
great.
90-minute movies.
More 90-minute movies.
I think they're great.
We got Steel. We got this. We've got...
What else? There was something else. The Fantastic Four movies are all like about 90 minutes.
Somehow, yeah.
Better 90-minute movies. There are good 90-minute movies that
good
exist.
90-minute movies, and then there's...
Blood Simple, 90-minute movie. Good movie.
Is that the Coen Brothers one?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen it. I see it on Max a lot, and I've been meaning to check it out, but I haven't.
Frances McDormand.
I mean, you can't go wrong there. I mean,
the best. It's
Yeah.
fucking G. You want to... What movie are we covering? You want to talk about this?
Today we're doing...
If people didn't see the title.
If you haven't seen the movie and you did no idea what I was doing at the beginning of this, we're doing Dredd from 2012.
Yes.
With Karl Urban.
Not the Stallone.
Not the Stallone version. We're not covering this. Maybe one day
This is
down the line. But this is the one that I think people were asking another one.
Yes.
So and I'm one of them.
Fair
this
enough.
is my contribution to the we need one. I want one more.
Yes, this is our we talked about this a few weeks back in our Speed Racer episode.
Yep.
This is basically tentatively loosely titled I Need One More, where after doing long franchises and stuff, we kind of throw in a movie that only has one movie that we think deserves a sequel. I picked Speed Racer for mine, and you have picked...
I picked Dredd, yeah.
Dredd.
I was going to do Pacific Rim, and then you pointed out there is a sequel.
There is, unfortunately, a sequel, yes.
Which I refuse to believe.
There was an uprising, and we weren't happy about it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I went Dredd because I hadn't seen it forever, and I thought it'd be fun to pull it out from the Wayback Machine.
I appreciate you picking this movie. I had never seen it.
Oh, really?
First time.
So I guess that goes right into our standard. What's your relationship to this movie?
Honestly, not a lot. How
do you feel about it as a double feature to Speed Racer?
I do think it's a really good double feature. I know, like
spoilers. That's why I thought it was a great double feature.
we are picking up the baton that Dave set down on our Speed Racer episode.
Yeah,
that it is really good.
Check out, fun time.
In that it is like a bold and bright. Not as bright as Speed Racer.
No,
but a very
these are both bold swings of a dystopian future, just polar opposite directions.
Yes, and I think
this one taking the Fincher Fight Club route. I think.
Yeah, this is a whole lot of stuff.
It's a whole lot of movie.
It's like someone melted a box of crayons, threw it in the dirt, and then played like an electric guitar riff. Compliment.
That sounds awesome.
That's
that's how they made this movie. I think they like drew the salt like on the ground. Yeah, like Full Metal Alchemist style. Like,
fuck yeah. But yeah, so I was familiar with Judge Dredd as a character. I've never and still have never seen the Stallone one.
I haven't seen that, so maybe one day we'll have to cover it.
Yeah, we should.
But I'm not particularly interested in.
No, I'm not chomping at the bit for it. I had always wanted to watch this movie. I remember hearing it's great. A lot of people being like, it was one of my favorite comic book movies, blah, 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 a bunch of stuff. Obviously, Karl Urban, phenomenal actor.
One of the best character actors working today, I think.
Love him. And Alex Garland, who wrote this movie and basically directed it, if reports are true.
So yeah, the story with that is that he did enough in the editing room later to warrant a co-directing credit, but he did not physically shoot anything.
Okay.
So, and then it ended up being settled that the director of this, whose name escapes me, Pete Travis.
Yes.
He ended up just getting sole director credit, but at some point they were trying to make an argument that Alex Garland could do it, and I think the studio just wasn't happy
Just
with
like,
what they
nah.
were seeing or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Alex Garland, he wrote and basically co-directed this.
But yeah, I mean, I think
in a way,
you know, I am mostly, I'd say, very much a fan of Alex Garland.
Yep.
So like, it's
Tell
always
the people what he's done. What's
he's
his filmography.
well, he is.
He's
I
kind
would
of having
say
a good year right now.
he's not having a bad year. No,
Yeah.
honestly,
He's been actually he's got some decent steam going for himself right now. I
He
feel like
is-
every movie he's had has been a very discussed movie.
I was gonna say primarily a writer, but he has racked up a pretty good amount of directing credits.
No, his directing credits basically rival his writing credits now.
Right.
So he's a writer director.
Writes Sunshine,
through, yeah.
28 Days Later, 28 Years Later, directs and writes Ex Machina,
Annihilation, Men,
and he had Warfare this
year. And
Which
he
is
also did
alright.
Civil War last year.
Oh, that's right, Civil War.
Which was a big one. But yeah, a lot of people really like Warfare, so I haven't
I
seen
thought it was
but-
okay.
Yeah.
I had some problems with it,
yeah.
but I like it generally. I
Yeah.
would like it more than I dislike it.
but yeah, so Alex Garland.
Oh yeah, a filmmaker I like, and like I've been wanting to catch this, and I almost actually started watching it like a couple months ago, and just had to like life stuff came up, and I just didn't have a chance to watch it. But it was on my like Apple TV like watch list. Like I was like,
You're,
this
like,
is the
ready
next.
to go.
Yeah, I was like, when I have the time to watch a movie, I'll be watching this, and then I didn't, and then I watched it for this podcast,
Nice.
and I'm very happy that I did. This movie is pretty fucking sick.
It's awesome. It rules, dude.
Yeah, this is like it's I am not too familiar with the Dredd comics. But I know that it is a different take on the comics. The comics are a lot bigger in terms of visual. Like
Yeah.
this is a lot
This
more
is a
like
more grounded visual approach. I guess.
I don't want to say Dark Knight but this is like 2012.
Kind of.
So
It's pretty
like,
hot.
I'm
in the
sure
heels.
there's some
Dark Knight Rises was coming out this year.
Yeah.
But so was the Avengers.
This is the like
So
we're doing the like gritty.
yeah,
even though-
we are still pretty deep in the like dark and gritty era.
Or I guess low budget is probably maybe the more
Yeah, I
apt
mean, well, yeah, this movie was
way.
it had a $50 million budget.
That's pretty low. That's like Deadpool money.
That's Deadpool money. Yeah, it underperforms. It only is going to end up taking in about 41 million.
Yeah, that's rough.
But I also feel like they did not market this movie very well, and I think they know it.
Yeah. Well, because this was reviewed well when it came out.
It was
right?
no.
Everyone's like, this movie's
is
good.
reviewable, but no one like knew it was out basically. And I think
yeah.
I think Lionsgate dropped the ball
Just kind of got
distribution-wise.
buried.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot going on. I think though, what year did John Wick come out?
2014, I think.
I think the second one. I think the first one's 2011.
I'm looking it up.
But I don't know. This is like that era. Lionsgate's like their bread and butter was like kind of low budget action, like gritty action movies, but usually in a more
2014, John Wick 1.
really.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know how I pulled that.
So then the second one's what, 2016 probably?
Yeah,
2017?
I think so.
Damn. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, there's my whole theory on that. But
That's okay. I did not mean to.
I had
What was
no.
your
I had
theory?
an idea in my I had this sort of impression that so I'm gonna tell you it doesn't really matter. But I had this sort of impression that like these came out like almost the same year, but John Wick was the one that won the race. Like that was sort of my impression of it. But like 'cause I feel like Lionsgate has like this they were starting to chase bigger budget action movies, but
Sure.
they typically were kind of like riding the highs of that like DVD boom. So I feel like all their movies were operating kind of in that like budget realm of like we can make it all back on the DVD and the Blu-ray sales.
I think with this
Which I don't
one,
know that they ever really did with this one particularly, but
I mean, I'm sure what was tough to market with Dredd is the fact that, and I appreciate and respect that the movie does this,
yeah,
but that it doesn't show Karl Urban's face. You
Yes.
cannot really market any stars with this.
no,
John Wick, you can be like,
Keanu Reeves.
Keanu's doing
Yeah.
the, I'm thinking I'm back. Like
Yeah.
you can do that and like run the marketing
Yeah,
on that.
you can do that.
Dread, you can't do
you're
it.
trying to hoping that people understand what Dredd is. You're
Yeah.
going off of Dredd and Dredd alone.
So, it is a bummer that this movie did not perform well. I know that, and we'll get to this at the end of the episode, but I know that sequels have been in various forms of discussion.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we want to get in the movie? Want to talk about the movie?
Yeah, let's talk about the movie.
Go beat by
I think
beat.
that's why we're here.
Trying
right?
to think. I think so. That's what
Yeah.
I keep getting pushed in here, and you keep going. Talk about 2010.
Dude, what do you want from me? It had numbers in the title.
That's right.
Next stop.
I just realized. Should we cut that? Does that episode come out after this? I just realized we can just cut ahead if it does.
Possibly. I don't know.
Regardless, we'll have to do some editing. That just popped out of my mouth. 2010, the year we made contact. Oh, it did?
Damn, that joke was good. We killed it.
We could cut it.
We just enjoyed Freakier Friday.
Oh, we did. Okay.
What'd you think of Freakier Friday?
What did I think of Freakier Friday? Are we gonna put me? We're
I
gonna.
think we get to the point where we have to leave all this in because it's like to cut out of it is gonna be really hard.
I think I liked Freakier Friday.
You think you liked it?
I think I did.
I know I liked it.
Damn.
No, I'm going to commit to liking it.
I'm too nervous now that I did what I just did.
I know. Okay, anyway, so we're talking Dredd.
Yes.
What's my experience with this movie? I remember I've watched it like two times. And I saw it once like pretty close to when it came out, thought it was badass.
Fair.
And then watched it again, showed my family. They were not as hyped as me, probably because of the violence.
It's like the blown up head and stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of smushing.
Squelches.
We do come out right after 2010. That's hilarious.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, so we get to leave all that in now.
Is that fuck? Shit. We record these episodes in advance.
We do.
I got the schedules mixed up, and
Dude,
then
we've changed it a couple times. I never know what we're doing until like the week.
I got in my own head.
You should have been bold. You should have committed to liking Freaky Friday harder.
I know. I never am.
You went cautiously optimistic. You should have been like full throttle. I'm in.
Hopefully, people liked that.
I hope they
we
did.
should keep it in now.
What do you think? People like it? Did the people like it?
People can just listen to me have a full crash out over logistics.
I know. I'm like, I'm going mad.
But you were saying.
But no, yeah, I saw this like once or twice. And I've pretty much loved it like every time I've rewatched it. And I haven't seen it probably since like John Wick came out. Like I think the time I watched it was like around 2014, basically. So it's been at least like 10 years since I've watched this movie. Which makes me feel really, really old.
I'm trying to pretend that it came out last week. The same week we dropped the 2010 episode. Am I right, guys?
Am I right? If you haven't listened to the 2010 episode, go watch it and watch that movie. It's a good time.
Good time.
Surprisingly, you would think it would be total shit, but
I don't think it's as good as this though.
It's not. This movie's dope.
Pretty killer.
This movie's riding the it doesn't matter because it's cool.
Yes.
And I say that not because it's doing shit that doesn't make sense, but because like it is really just riding the waves of every part of this movie is just kind of so cool.
I think it's also I think my biggest, not criticism, but my biggest thing, I do think this movie is kind of like I mean it's playing into its niche, like the cop movie. And I think we kind of like we don't not lose
Rookie's
like,
first day cop
I think
movie.
Dredd is a little, I feel like there's that moment where they're like the legendary Judge Dredd, and I don't think I really get a sense of that.
No, it's sort of, you kind of just have to trust it.
Yeah, I just there's one of those where I'm like, I feel like because it's a you know it's the Raid style movie. Not that it took it from the Raid. I looked this up. The Raid came out the year before. There's no way that this movie.
Yeah,
is
they
like
probably were
playing
doing it
off
at the
Raid.
same time. So.
But it's like one of those like I kind of wish there was a moment that shows why Dredd, why they regard him as the it's not like every scene it's like I know you.
But yeah, it's like kind of when the other cops show up, they're like, I know you, like
legendary Judge, like he's like you're just sitting there like kind of legendary Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we lose some of that. It's not a problem. Like I'm not like
it doesn't really hurt the movie, but you are kind of missing. That's like a little thing they could have gone a little bit harder on, especially for a movie that's like this brief.
But I do think it hits a lot of the beats. I think it's just kind of like. I think it is almost not generic, but I think it's like plotting wise, it's very much like, yes, it's a cop movie.
It's pretty,
a lot of it comes from its style.
Yeah, which I think kind of works though, because I think this is kind of an interesting world to walk into. So it's kind of fun, sort of starting in this like sort of intimate way, I guess.
Yeah.
For a movie that is pretty hyper stylized.
Speaking of starting, you catch that impact font in the beginning?
Yeah.
Love that.
Boom.
Into that, I was like, the impact font. Let's go.
Yeah,
All
impact font over shots of present day America.
Honestly, Cold Open is great.
Yeah.
Like Karl Urban's whole like
monologue,
in the city, like all that
in
stuff.
the city, yeah.
I do think, again, I know it's kind of lower budget, but Mega City 1, it like has a lot of texture. One thing that I do love about this design of Mega City 1 is that it is, and we've talked about this off air, I think, the griminess of movies like Men in Black,
yes,
and then the lack of said griminess in its sequels, or the griminess of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990.
I was gonna say this movie reminded me a lot of like original Ninja Turtles.
It has the griminess that I'm looking for,
yeah,
which I appreciate. But I do think Mega City 1 is a little like
it's a little.
I don't want to say bland because I
yeah,
think it works.
It works. I think they could go a little bit harder because I'm pretty sure like in the Dredd comics it is like it's almost Schumacher Gotham.
It's a little Edge City than The Mask. It's
yeah,
pretty
it's
like
no.
That is maybe closer to the Dredd of the comics,
yeah,
to the Mega City of the comics. This is a little bit more like South Africa with some big buildings.
Yeah,
which is fine. I do think it works, but it is one of those where I'm like, it's a little, it's not as interesting as I want it to be. I don't think it's uninteresting. I just kind of wish for a little bit more. But the whole opening of it is like so killer. The score is so good.
The score is really good.
The score is really,
who
really
did the
good.
score? I gotta look that up. I'm going to write that down. I never did.
You're like, John Williams.
John Williams. I'm like, Michael Giacchino.
But yeah, like this whole like...
Is it Giacchino or Giacano?
I think it's Giacchino.
Okay.
I heard someone say,
but I saw a video.
I heard a Giacchino one time, and I was like, that can't be it. I don't think it's that.
Carlos Espinosa.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Esposito, sorry. Dang it, I butchered his name. I did it
good.
again.
But no, I do think this whole Cold Open, this is like honestly probably where you put in the whole legendary Judge Dredd thing.
Probably,
I think like you kind of get the feeling that yes, that this guy is good at his job, and he is a little crazy.
Yeah.
And he's taking out these people. I love the bike when he's like crowd control, and the bike is just on like this tinny little speaker, like please disperse, please go away.
And then he's like rocket guns.
Yeah, and he's just like lighting off fucking rounds.
Yeah, this movie reminds you of RoboCop a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah,
it does.
So I was thinking that the whole time, and I was just thinking, I think this is like what we kind of wanted from that RoboCop remake. And then when I was reading up on this movie, it turns out RoboCop takes its whole look from the Dredd comics.
The
original one? Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, the comic came out in like 1977 is when it started, and it was like a really popular British like a pulp series in like a magazine. And that was going really hard in the 70s, and by the time the 80s rolled around when they did RoboCop, they were just lifting from the Dredd comics. And then when that was doing well, that's what prompted the Stallone movie, which kind of failed, I guess.
Yeah, falls.
And its attempt, which I think is really funny.
Dude.
But I also think it's funny is that we chose to do this version when it's that version's like 35-year anniversary.
Is it really?
It is.
Too bad.
I saw that like today, and I went, "Well, we blew that one." But
it's all right.
All right. So we'll do it. We'll catch it in the next 5 years.
Yeah, and one day we'll talk about RoboCop.
We'll talk about we have to.
RoboCop
rules, dude.
What a good movie. I mean, yeah. So like this, I think the satire of RoboCop is missing.
Yeah, that's the thing. If I feel like this movie it's like this close to having that satirical element, and I think that's the one thing I'm missing from this movie, is because especially with today's politics, and police brutality.
I think
you're kind of missing a little bit of that. So
one man judge, jury, and executioner is something that should be inspected.
Probably not a great move, but it's also sounds like something that could happen now.
Yeah.
God. I was like, the movie started, and I was like, is this now? Or is it the future?
Should I be uncomfortable right now?
He's like, judgment.
But yeah, I mean,
anyway.
Well, I will say the one bit of satire that I kind of felt is after he incinerates that man's head. And
nice try. Hot shot. Wink. Boom.
Dredd with the one-liners is crazy.
I know.
For how serious he takes, I say this as a compliment.
Yeah.
For how serious he takes it, him being like, have a nice trip. See you next fall. Like, it's so funny to me.
It's kind of great. Very Schwarzenegger coded. It's giving like Batman when they're like, "Are you just a dude dressed like a bat?" and he just smiles. Like it's like that where he's like, "I know I'm a sociopath, but
no, honestly, but like
I know when to laugh too.
When
I recognize humor."
Whole sequence is done, and there's all those dead bodies, and there's like the little like cleaning bot or whatever, and it's like food court will be open in 30 minutes. Like, that bit, I was like,
really funny.
That's a good bit.
Really funny
to talk about how like how typical this level of violence is in this world, and how it's
those elements that I suspect
RoboCop,
Alex Garland put back in after the fact. I feel like that's where like the disconnect ended up being, was that the director, I assume, because this filmography is like other like gritty B movie action movies kind of thing with like a Sean Gunn or like a Nicolas Cage kind of thing.
Sure.
Which I say with respect, but I feel like I think the satirical elements were not as present if it was not for Alex Garland in the editing room after the fact.
I see that. And I could see Garland being a guy who is who is interested in exploring that, or like finds it that draws him to this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that opening is great. I love seeing Karl Urban doing his best impersonation of sad Florence Pugh. He really does that like just like frown.
He gets a lot of mileage of just his chin. I won't lie.
Does.
I think he does a great job. I think everyone who's wearing a helmet is very expressive for not having the top half of their face.
I don't think it is. I mean, I'm sure amongst people like us it probably is, but like the level of technicality and specificity that needs to come when 98% of your face is covered.
Yeah.
Like it's just really the mouth and the chin
and your body language, like
that he is able to pull this performance off. Like, I really think he nails it.
He really was like, that's the challenge. Because that was like one of the biggest criticisms of the Stallone Dredd movies. They take his helmet off and it's just Stallone running around for most of the movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, the helmet stays on. And everyone was like, yeah. Yeah. And I think he was like, I personally am going to see to that challenge as an actor.
He nails it.
Apparently he wore the helmet on in between takes and stayed in character the whole time.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah, a PA made a joke and then he glared at them and then they apologized.
If I made a joke, as I am one to do to attempt to make a joke, and Judge Dredd looked at me and grimaced, I think I'd piss my pants.
I think you would. You'd be like that one guy in the middle of the movie.
I would literally be like, what
is his name? Like Cal or something?
I don't remember.
K? K. Yeah, his name was K.
Nice. I would be like K.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Agent K.
Nice. But yeah, so Dredd kind of goes back. We meet our co-lead of the movie, Anderson. This like new person on the force.
Rookie cop.
You come
also
to find out.
Mutant.
Yes, because you basically they're like explaining her test scores and her time in the academy, and basically it sounds like she's someone who should not, who would have failed.
Yeah, she should not be a judge. She doesn't have the conviction.
Yeah, and Dredd is basically
she's
like,
too nice.
Why the fuck is she here?
Yeah.
And it's because, she's a mutant and a telepath.
Yeah, with psychic abilities.
Love that. I think she's so good. Her name's Olivia Thirlby.
Thirlby, yeah. She's the best friend in Juno.
That's right.
Yeah, that's kind of the other big. She's in a bunch of stuff, and she's really good. She's super underrated. She doesn't work enough.
She is the character that despite Dredd being the title character and
she's our like way into this movie.
She's the person we connect to. She's the one really with like the arc. Dredd has a bit of one. Not say that he doesn't.
A little bit, but yeah, his arc is in tangent to her becoming like a judge.
Yes. I think she's fantastic in this movie.
She's really good.
Everybody's good in this movie.
Everyone's really good. Lena Headey.
I didn't know Domhnall Gleeson is in this.
I forgot he was in this.
His like blue eyes is such a good
he's
look.
Got the cybernetic implants.
Yeah, nails that.
Because Cersei ripped them out.
Yeah, holy. Yeah,
apparently she filmed this on like a break during Game of Thrones.
Nice.
So good for her.
Good on her.
Yeah.
She's one of those actors that I'm always like, she should be bigger than she is.
She should have.
And I
always thought she would have been really good as
Game of Thrones.
I always kind of wanted her to be Ben Affleck's Catwoman.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That was kind of always like my.
Although I know Snyder said Carla Gugino.
It's pretty good.
Which is pretty good.
Hard to argue with Ma Spikehead.
Yeah, Mrs. Cortez.
Mrs. Cortez.
Yeah, fair. But Lena Headey is a good pick.
Yeah.
For a Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
she's really good. She's really good in this, playing an absolute deranged psychopath.
She does a good job. That character gets a little bit of characterization, and I think she brings a lot of it in the, which I think is the intent.
Yeah.
She brings a lot of it in the performance of like a person who has like gone through like probably the darkest shit you could imagine.
Yeah.
And is
became
like
a king.
completely like, just like no bullshit on this.
Yeah.
I think the whole look at her teeth
is
such a good touch.
Gnarly,
the
dude.
like gnarly teeth. Love all of that. And I do like this like bit with Dredd where he's learning like Anderson's test scores and stuff that he's like it's I think partially also showcasing his worldview of like black and white.
Very
of like
black
you
and
pass or you don't, like kind of a thing. There's no in between.
Yeah.
I think it's and like you said, this is very like it's a very like clean kind of plot. It's very simple. It's like a
pretty straightforward. It's like you said, it's like the raid. It's like we got to get to the top of the tower and stop Mama.
Basically, yeah. For those who haven't watched the movie and are listening to this, that it's basically there is a drug operation.
Yeah.
That they they get called into.
Yeah, civilization has been pushed into these mega towers. Mega City 1 is comprised of these like big towers that house a majority of the population.
Yes. And there was a call for, basically Lena Headey's character as a show of force drops and skins and drops three of these guys from a building.
Yeah, if you haven't watched this movie and you're listening to this and you're thinking about it, be warned, this movie's violent.
Super violent.
In a mostly a fun way. But if that's not your bag, then maybe skip this one. But
I said this movie's super violent. Our producer is nodding his head pretty intently.
But yeah.
I think the violence is,
if it doesn't bother you, it's a still a pretty good time.
Yeah, but they basically come to find out on this call that this is also a place where they sell and deal a drug called Slo-mo.
Yes.
A drug that I think is really fucking cool. Like one of the cooler movie drugs I have seen.
It is, yeah. The effect is awesome. It's the Slo-mo they do for this movie is awesome.
Yeah.
And the way they like feather in the like rainbow sparkles and everything is
saw they like shot it at like 4,000 frames a second or some fucking crazy number.
Cinematographer in this is the guy from the original 28 Days.
That's right. Later. I remember you telling.
Not the Sandra Bullock one, the zombie killing Murphy one.
Later.
Yeah.
28 days
later.
And then 28 days later.
Yes. Do you think Sandra Bullock will be in 28 years?
She'd be good.
We know this at this point. Actually, I would like to see her. That'd be fun.
Yeah, Bullock would be good.
Work her into the Bone Temple.
That's pretty good. Save her a seat in the Bone Temple. But yeah, you basically come to find out that like, the operation becomes this whole thing. We have to get to the top.
Yeah, it becomes that we're gonna arrest Mama, and like figure out everything that they know and try to bust this drug operation.
Yeah. And Dredd, Dredd is
he has to oversee Anderson's assessment to see if she can prove herself as a judge.
Yes, this whole thing is there's this whole bit where it's like if you forget your gun, you fail. If someone takes your gun, you fail. If you like forget to double knot your shoelaces, you fail. Like there's very like intense rules. Onto what is a pass. And basically a pass is like be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando. Yeah. Or you fail.
Yeah. Be the best that ever was.
Yes.
Or you fail.
Yes. Pretty clear cut.
Do or do not. There is no try.
And which is funny that it's like, again, so that Dredd is very black and white, but there is that moment with the unhoused person where he's like, if you don't fucking move, if you're back here when I get here, I'm gonna arrest you, like kind of thing. That he does give a little bit of leniency, which I appreciate. I think he should.
Well, he's like they're like giving him like he's kind of like the last like real cop. He's kind of thing. Like all of them are sort of like doing it kind of, but he like actually takes it seriously and he's trying to like make change, but in a very black and white way, I guess.
Yes, he has very
like his methods are flawed, but like what he's fighting for is like more tangible than the other judges. I think
he believes.
So I think partially why he's like the legendary Judge Dredd.
Believes he's the only one to truly dish it. Who should dish it out? I suppose.
Yeah. He's a judge, jury, and executioner.
Yes. Certainly not a problematic way to view your job. But
I'm keeping the peace. A knife blows a dude's head off.
Yep. There is a great moment
sucker.
with the helmet when Dredd looks to Anderson. He's like, I see you forgot your helmet. And she's like, my telepathic abilities, like the helmet would interfere. And he goes, I think a bullet would interfere more. And I was like,
I wrote that down. Most of my notes is just lines he said in response to people.
I was like, that is, I suppose, a fair point.
He is making a good point.
That would interfere quite a lot with. But I also think
that's a fun mechanic to get her to not have to wear a helmet the whole movie.
I agree.
It's
I
a
was
really
like,
clever way to do it. Because that is like a big point of discussion is like the helmet thing. Like, how do you do it? Because it's just like, just do it.
I do think it is that thing of like with characters like that, you do just kind of have to do it. I also think, like it is what I know I brought it up earlier that it's like, it's hard to mark this movie because you're not seeing the face of the person.
Yeah.
But also it's like, we're all smart.
Yeah.
We know that's Karl Urban.
We understand.
You can
do
that.
Hear
like
him.
It's like Spider-Man or wherever.
Yeah.
It's like Tom Holland's under that mask, presumably.
Presumably.
Like,
Pedro Pascal's the Mandalorian.
Like honestly, like and listen, I know people have criticisms, but like I really do commend Ryan Reynolds for Deadpool for keeping that fucking mask on his face.
I know, yeah.
Like when they take it off, it is like very intentional. It's for very specific purposes. They really commit to him wearing the mask, which is something that I really appreciate. And it is nice to see something like that as successful as the Deadpool trilogy is. But yeah, I think, I mean, this movie's, it is, I mean, this is what's tough with the all killer, no filler is that it's like, it is pretty consistent action nonstop.
It is, yeah.
I do love the little the guy that like Peachtree's medical.
Yeah, he's
guy.
like the medical, not warden, but like he's like a doctor.
Yeah,
just
chief
like
medical officer,
there,
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that actor is. Great voice.
Great voice.
Great presence. Like his whole talking with Dredd, I love.
Yeah.
That whole
the
sequence.
Setup of that of like they've locked everything down.
Yeah.
You're like there are no rules, but what happens in here, you guys are already dead.
Also,
sorry, I'm not. This is a neutral territory. I can't let you in.
Dredd's nonchalant attitude towards the violence that he sees is such an interesting character trait of like what this man goes through, of like what his experience is. That he's just kind of used to seeing bodies skinned and smushed on the ground of a building.
It's just like, another
he's
day,
like,
another day at the office.
Yeah, like all that stuff I think is crazy. I do love when they rush into like that first building and we cut between the people inside the room on slow-mo and we cut to Dredd shooting.
Just kicking the door down.
Like the cut between the time, like that it's like Dredd is moving faster than they are.
Yeah.
Or how it feels.
Really, really nice bit of editing right there.
Really strong editing. Like chaotic, but like not in like you lose
it's like this like horribly violent image, but in a really beautiful balletic way. Like
well, it's like the diamond sparkles of like everything, like the blood,
sort of like glitter
sparkles.
to it. Yeah,
the glitter is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff is good. Again, Domhnall Gleeson is kind of like
he's sort of being bullied into doing everything.
Yeah, he is the guy in the chair.
Yeah, he's man in chair.
He's man in chair.
He's man in chair. How do you feel about this man in chair? As a man in chair yourself,
as a guy who played man in chair in high school.
Yeah,
I'm into
Chaperone.
It. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did a high musical, not a high school musical, but in high school I did a musical.
Yes,
The Drowsy Chaperone, where I played man in chair, and I was a man in a chair.
But you did it as Zac Efron in High School Musical.
That's true. I kept being like, what am I going to do about basketball?
Yeah.
And they were like, that's not in the script. And I was like, yeah, but it's in my heart and my soul.
You're like, who are you? And you're like, I am the law.
Fuck yeah. I just keep like, I'm like Spider-Verse glitching into different characters.
You're doing with the bazooka for 2 seconds.
But Domhnall Gleeson, the nervous energy that he exhibits in this movie
really good.
Is unbelievable, especially like I mean that guy has just so much range. Like
he
he's
does.
so talented. Like
that guy needs a shower.
The character,
yeah,
certainly.
You could smell him through the screen.
He needs a nap.
He needs a nap and a shower.
His eyes back.
His eyes back.
He probably shouldn't have gotten them ripped from his head.
Yeah.
There's even like when they're cutting between the slow-mo, there's that moment where I think it's the first guy. It's like when the door gets burst open.
Yeah.
The way his skin ripples like a wave, like
I
is really
know
amazing.
That dude. Yeah, they were like,
again,
shit.
I think the style of this movie is really superb. I think
it's got a really great look to it. I enjoy this movie a lot.
I agree.
One of my favorite lines in this movie is "Meat Wagon inbound."
Yeah, thought the same thing. That's another one of those where it's like kind of a bit of satire. I think you can.
Yeah, there's like these
you
little
can
moments.
read
I
into
just wish
that.
they like leaned in. Excuse me. I wish they
Sorry.
leaned in a little bit more. I leaned in too far and then I got in the deep end there.
Sometimes you lean in, you get in
Choked.
the deep end. That's okay.
It happens.
You swim your way back out.
So just keep swimming.
I will say some
keep
of the
swimming.
shootouts. I think the style. There are some moments where I think the camera is a little static.
A little bit, yeah.
I noticed that with like not all of them, but there are times where people are like shooting, and we're just kind of shooting like medium wide shots,
A lot, yeah.
which I was hoping for like almost like upgrade level,
level,
kind of
yeah.
movements.
Some
And
Lee
we
Winnell.
listen, say less. Like I think that could be cool, and I still think the action is effective. I don't think it's not effective, but I do think it is. Sometimes it feels like it's like, and lock the tripod and go, like
Yep.
kind of a thing.
And boom, 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 boom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this movie is very structured similarly to The Raid,
Yeah.
which is not,
Yeah, it's just, once the goal becomes we have to stop Mama, they like, or it's just it's a fight to the top.
yeah. I will say like, so basically we go through this whole first shootout
Yep.
and Anderson takes her first life.
Yep.
There's like one guy left who's
Yep.
breathing, I believe.
Yeah.
And then they do grab is it Wood Harris is the actor's name?
Yeah.
He's from Remember the Titans.
He's the only guy.
Yeah,
That's
he's
right.
the guy. He's like the main guy in
That's
Remember the
so
Titans.
funny. Oh my god, I was thinking he looked familiar and I didn't get a chance to look him up. After.
He's in some other stuff. I cannot remember off the top of my head right now. Hidden Figures, I want to say he's also in.
Oh, good for him. He's still working. Good.
Let me.
Good. He was fun.
No, he.
His character is incredibly icky, but
yes, his character is
he's
very.
doing a
icky.
very good job.
But yeah, his performance.
Oh
is
my
good.
god! So he's in Remember the Titans. He's in Dredd. He's also in Ant-Man.
Yes, that's right. He is an Ant-Man.
He's an Ant-Man. He was in Creed 3.
He's in all three Creed movies. Actually.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, I think he's. I
makes
can't remember
sense.
what character he is.
He's in the show Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Getting
no,
that. Good for him.
Good for him. He's in
working.
Blade Runner 2049.
Nice.
That's a good. Yeah, damn.
But
good
yeah,
for you,
I
bro.
think he's very good in this, playing a deeply,
Justified.
deeply flawed scumbag.
To put it mildly. Oh, dude,
But
he was on the Wire.
Was he really?
Yeah, it looks like he was in like pretty much all of it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Good for him.
I
I
feel
love
so
that.
bad for
I love when I
not
see
watching
actors
The
and
Wire.
I'm like, I hope they're working, but it's just like, oh yeah, they've been working. I just happen to have not seen anything.
It's
That guy's been
the
crushing it for years.
Scott Bakula Sonny thing where he's like, I've been working constantly for 30 years.
I know.
But no, Anderson has this moment where she takes her first life.
Yep.
And then there is a little bit of the gray area of this, I suppose,
Yep.
where, as they work their way up the building,
Yep.
they go into this woman's apartment. This woman is a child, and she sees a family photo, which I
Yep.
thought is a very nice bit that you see
That was
that
a nice
it's the
reveal
guy that
that
she
it turns
killed.
out she's already like they have a whole conversation of she's like, okay, I'm going to tell you where the elevator is because I just don't want you anywhere near my family.
Yeah.
And then she sees the photo and realizes it's already too late.
Well,
she's already blown away one of them
There's a couple nice bits. One that she uses her psychic abilities to
to reach a point of empathy.
Well, she does it to learn the person's name first because she's like, so and so, open up.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's a smart way to use that to like speak to them.
She's kind of
Other
an
than-
ideal cop, I think.
That she can
Anderson?
reach into people's.
She's like, I'm gonna connect with you on a human level first.
Yeah, I mean, she is kind of like been like Dredd is kind of stressing this whole like black and white kill like basically thing.
He's like, they
And-
did bad, now they die.
And that that basically that we do learn that like there is a gray area.
Yep.
Surprise.
Surprise,
Life is
surprise.
complicated. But yeah, that like that she says like, oh, like is there a husband, is there a father? And she reads the mind of like he is somewhere in the building trying to kill us,
Yeah.
and not realizing that it's the guy that she killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that's a good bit.
It's a nice touch. It kind of complicates sort of Dredd's narrative of violence and scumbags and stuff.
I agree. Olivia Thirlby gives a good looking at that photo and
Yeah.
having that moment of realization. I think is really strong.
Yep.
Um,
Go up the elevator. I think they get boxed in at one point. I think
Yes.
the next bit is like they stop the elevator or something.
They get
Oh,
up.
they don't stop the elevator, but they're like going in the hall and like the bars come down.
Yes, and they take out. There's basically this whole thing that Lena Headey's character is like, listen, let's be quiet about this. Like, let's just like take them out, deal with them.
Yep.
And because Dredd and Anderson keep pushing forward,
Yeah.
that she
Unscathed.
just becomes unscathed, which I think someone brings up, right?
Yeah.
That it's like they have no.
Yeah, he's like, they've already dropped like 30 dudes, and it's
they're
like,
fine.
It's like, we're still in the first half hour of the movie.
That
Mama.
she decides, well, what if, and this is the midpoint of the movie actually, which for
is it?
an
Okay,
hour and a
cool.
half movie is like whatever, the
45
45-minute
yeah,
mark.
give or take.
Is
Couple
the machine
nanoseconds.
gun set piece.
Yeah.
But she's like, all right, you know,
we like Mama on the minigun.
not doing it on the easy, like not doing it the easy way. Let's grab 8 miniguns and just destroy this building.
Yeah, we'll just take out a floor.
The carnage of this is very like visceral.
Incredible. Yeah, it's a visceral sequence, and he's like dodging and running away from the bullets and
they do this
away.
thing where they cut to like other people in the building, the families. There's like the kid on the like tricycle and all this other stuff. Like, and at the end of the shootout, when it's like that kid is like crawling out, I was like, oh Jesus Christ!
Like, run
again. I'm like,
run,
this is
boy.
something we should probably interrogate a little further than we currently are.
A little bit,
but I do find it impressive, like as a sequence. And that you have basically Dredd and I think it believe split up at this point.
Yeah, they split up because when they block him off the first time, he's like, take Kay back to the elevator and don't let yourself get caught, you know.
Yes.
And then he's like, I'm gonna push forward. And then then he goes off and he takes out a couple guys in his own right.
Yeah.
Oh, he has that whole bit where he throws out a thing and he's like, surrender yourself and you have 20 seconds to comply. And they're like,
right.
There's 10 of us and only one of you. And he's like, thanks for giving me a count.
Love that moment.
And then he's like, come out or whatever. And he's like, 10 seconds. Like,
that's such a good bit. Yeah. And I do think there's that moment where it's like right after the minigun set piece, everything is destroyed. Like many people are dead.
Yeah, I think the kill count at the end of this movie is like 116 or something like
gotta
that.
be a
It's
lot.
pretty high. It's pretty high kill count for this movie.
But I do think it's really smart in the direction of this movie that when we do close-ups on Dredd, we do a mouth close-up.
Yeah.
I was like, there's that moment
That's
where
our
he
window.
pins him against the wall and he's like, listen, motherfucker, or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the way that we cut, into him, I'm like, that's a smart way to like allow him to express. And again, Urban is riding that wire of like not being too like playing to the back of the house. Like he's not too broad with like his movements. They're specific enough.
No, he's just very specific, very intentional.
They are emoting, which I think is really smart. Like,
yeah.
He just uses his chin really well, specific. Like his mouth is a part of it, but his chin
Karl
is a
Urban
part of
could have
that.
played Cyclops to pretty effectively, I think.
He could have.
He's probably aged out of it at this point, but.
And I was always for this fan casting, but I do see why people wanted him to be Batman.
I was thinking that this whole movie was that
do
he's
get it.
very. It's basically doing Batman here, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, I agree.
I said good. It's great.
So yeah, he's kind of tracking everything down and
talked about my use of good in previous episodes. Go back. I don't remember when we talked about it, but
I'm trying to actually I don't know if I remember either.
Good is great. Great is good.
Fair. Hey, you know what? And greed is good.
Greed,
is
for
good.
lack of a better word, is good.
Yep, there we go.
I didn't expect it to do.
That's the
Wall
lesson
Street.
of that movie, right?
Yes.
But
Slo-mo is, for lack of a better words, dope.
Fuck that I agree with wholeheartedly. But yeah, so he's kind of Dredd is off doing his own thing. Anderson is with Wood Harris's character.
Yep.
And there is this mind sequence
Yeah,
between
they
the
do
two
some
of them,
Inception.
which I was not anticipating.
Yeah.
Really chaotic.
It's very chaotic.
Fun and
he
weird.
is an icky guy.
He is a very icky guy and threatens to do some very bad and
horrible
criminal things.
Yeah.
And she gives him a big fuck you.
She gives him her money, and I'm like, go girl, get it.
Well, even there's that bit where he's like, this is my mine. She's like, yeah. And he's like, great. And so he just pulls a gun, starts to fire her, and she's like, you can't kill me. Like,
yeah,
she's
I'm the reason we're having this conversation in your mind palace.
It's not real.
She's like, oh, you're dumb.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were dumb. Oh.
He's big and stupid.
Yeah. Great
pretty
moment.
Fun.
And Urban, I think it's then they kind of meet back up, right? Because then there's the moment with the kids.
Yeah.
That show up because there's a moment where he
they meet back up, but then because the kids, Kay is able to like take Anderson hostage, and then
because there's the great moment where the kids go freeze, and Dredd says why. Like that. It's like A fair point.
He's like, I'm not scared of you. Go on. Do you ever see Seven Psychopaths? Christopher Walken.
No, that's on my watch.
There's a bit where someone's like, freeze, and Christopher Walken's like, why? And
I
he's
have
like,
seen that clip.
I have a gun. He's like, so?
Okay.
He's like, Chris Walken is Judge Dredd. Missed opportunity.
I am the law.
I am the law.
That's pretty good.
I need.
This is our second
more
time doing a walk-in impression on this podcast, and I have not improved it whatsoever.
No, mine got worse, I think.
Yours is better than mine.
Maybe, objectively, but I also think this round was worse than the last time.
That's all right. That's all right. But yeah.
Try again.
I thought that was a good moment. And
I am the law.
Dredd does...
There we go. I'm locking in.
Does, again, kind of a bit of moment with, like, his, like, kind of, his bit of gray area like that he has with the kids where he's like, listen, like you put the guns down, like I'm not gonna have to like kill you, basically is what he says.
Yeah.
And then he ends up stunning them,
which I thought was pretty good.
Good moment.
He sent his phaser to stun.
I also just think
right
for
Star Trek references.
Nice, because he's Bones
Star McCoy, Trek. You get me.
I get it. I've seen those movies. Listen, I went Into Darkness and then Beyond. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So thank you.
Hell yeah. I turned into Macho Man Randy Savage. Like, hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, I do think also, your title character
ready.
killing 2 children would probably be a bad move.
Probably.
So smart of you to have him just stun them.
Won't lie, that was on my bingo card for this movie. What was not on my bingo card was him stunning them.
Yes, fair. But yeah, we have this kind of whole action sequence, and it's not as they don't put too fine a point on it in this moment, but Wood Harris does take Anderson's gun.
Yep.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yep.
He does take her gun and kidnaps her.
Automatic fail.
Which is an automatic fail, which they don't talk about till later.
They don't.
I suppose they don't really have time to talk about it in that moment.
It's a little hard with the kidnapping and all.
There's a lot going on.
The hostage taking and all.
And he takes her to the top of the building.
Yeah.
And Lena Headey basically is like, we're going to keep her alive.
Yep.
And we will kill her.
Yeah, we will kill her, but we're not going to do all the horrible stuff that we've alluded to because
we're going to make it look like a drug bust.
We need it to look like, because we need to basically get the cops off our scent kind of thing, because what they're doing is so much bigger than just petty.
It's not just like
drug peddling. It's like a whole
drugs.
take over the city enterprise situation.
It's revealed in, I believe, the Mind Battle that they are manufacturing. This is like the main.
Yeah, they're gonna go.
House,
they're gonna try and take over
the
city with it. Yeah, this is their. Yeah, this is the hub.
Yeah, so it's you take this
the
out.
big fish is here.
You're done.
Is the reveal.
They've accidentally walked.
They
their
think
way
it's
in.
just a couple of drug guys, and it's like the whole enchilada.
Yes, and there is that great moment.
I could go for an enchilada right now. I don't want to lie.
Are you telling me that? I mean, they don't offer enchiladas, but that we may ring the bell?
Maybe. We certainly got to ring. Our conversation in the prior recording of Cubano sandwiches got me going a little.
Dredd is a guy that I think should learn to live moss. You know what I mean?
He's like, I want to live moss.
Calm down, have a crunch wrap.
He's like, he's at the standoff, and he's like, live moss. They're like, what? And the gun's like,
dude. It's a churro twist. It
comes out, but it goes from like mild to like hot to like extra Diablo.
I'm into this.
And then the cinnamon twist like shoots out the barrel.
Fuck yeah.
Corkscrews right through a guy's skull.
I do have a note that says Spider-Man voice, that gun does not obey the laws of physics at all.
It does not.
I was like, how many bullets are in there? What can they do? It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't really care because I do think this movie is doing like the 80s action movie thing.
It is. Well, they're doing like the RoboCop thing. Like it's like this gun does. It's a Batman belt as a gun.
And there are moments where he's like grabbing.
He's got shark repellent, and
that would be fun.
Secure for Slo-mo.
That's right. But yeah, I think he has
a
this
beefy
whole
5-layer burrito.
Oh, now my mind is wandering. I've
We're
gone
derailing this into
my own mind battle. But I do think
we're just inceptioning the idea of Taco Bell propaganda like every other episode.
I think we're just
got to be careful.
It's just another, part of our crusade to get them to just sponsor
us?
this show,
please.
You don't have to pay us. Just like give us like a
they
gift
sponsor
card.
us. I'm gonna use that money to buy my own franchise. I'm gonna buy into that franchise.
Understandable. But yeah, so he basically, in order to get Anderson back, he does this whole
like
he has to kind of hyper move his way up the building.
Yep.
And he has multiple different shootouts with multiple
just
different
a couple.
people. And there is that great moment when they're talking with Lena Headey where Wood Harris, she's like, you fucked this up. You should have just killed yourself or gotten yourself killed. And he's like, well, what do we do? And she has a great line where she says, we call 911. It's a good bit. They previously tried to have other judges in the building, but
they denied them access.
Yes,
they're like, oh, we have a malfunction.
Yeah, they did very Han Solo. Everything's fine here. How are you? Like kind of a thing.
Yeah. Domhnall Gleeson's American accent in this is phenomenal.
It is. I honestly forgot. Like it just. I wasn't even thinking about.
Like we're down here in Sector 7. I need help.
That's pretty good.
I need help.
Impression of what his accent is like in this movie.
He's like, my dad is Mad-Eye Moody, and he won't share his spells.
That's true. He's going like that.
Yeah.
That's my Mad-Eye Moody impression.
He shows up. He's wearing a Dredd helmet.
That's true.
He's like, you're allowed a gun. I don't know.
You're allowed a Taco Bell. But no. So they call in more.
The Taco Bell is wearing a Dredd helmet.
They call in more judges, which my initial thought was like, oh, are we gonna do like judges versus gang member kind of a thing?
Yeah.
And
then it was gonna be like a West Side Story kind
of.
A
little Sharks versus Jets. But then we do find out very quickly that the judges are
super corrupt,
crooked, and dirty, and have been paid off.
They've been paid off.
They kill our medical.
Yeah, they kill our medical guy,
inspector detector.
Probably the one decent man in Mega City Block.
Yeah, well, because again,
when
he's talking to you, kind of touched on it briefly when he's talking to Dredd, and he's like, "Listen, man, like, I'm not gonna like." This can withstand the thing. Like, I'm not gonna risk it with like you.
Yeah, he's like, I have like a city to like do medical stuff too. I'm just trying to make sure people live as comfortable a life as they can under these horrible circumstances that we all find ourselves in.
Really sad to see him go. Yeah. When it happened, I literally went, "Oh no!" Like that.
I know,
was
you're like, "Wait, no!"
And yeah, you find out that these I think there's 4 of them.
Yeah, there's 4 of them, I think.
And they've been paid $1 million split between them.
Yeah, or 1 million credits or something like that.
Yeah,
basically $1 million.
Yeah, Monopoly dollars or whatever.
Yeah. She's like, deal, and she gives them. There's like the Monopoly board, and she slides the stacks over.
It's the new girl. It's the bunny money or whatever.
No, it's the Patty dollars.
Patty dollars. Yeah.
It's a Dave and Buster's coupon.
I don't know how to create any economy, let alone a self-sustaining one. But yeah, so they get paid off basically to take out Dredd. The whole thing is
Is Dennis going to be the next Dredd?
Glenn Howerton would be fun.
That would be interesting too. That would have some intrigue.
Him being like, I am a golden god, but it's I'm in the law is pretty good.
That's a movie that splits the difference between the Stallone version and this one.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, they show up basically right as we enter into the third act. Again, this movie
this movie goes through. It's a tight 90-minute fastball.
Yeah, it
in a good way though. Like
yes, 100%.
Like even though we've kind of talked about like this, like certain bits we kind of wish they'd go deeper on. It's not like you really feel like you're missing anything with this movie, or you're not really like jarred by the pacing. It's just a tight 90-minute movie.
No, honestly, it really flies. And like they're obviously so Dredd sees the first judge.
Yeah.
That kind of pulls up, and there's this whole thing of like, oh, we got your call, blah, 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 all this other stuff. And Dredd picks up on the fact that like you knew there were 2 people.
The way he leads into that was really funny to me.
Yeah, he kind of
just like, it's weird you didn't ask about the other one. I kind of just think we have to fucking fight it out to the death, bitch.
Well, the guy, like the other judge is just like basically like, fuck. And he's like,
something tells me you're not telling the truth. Like it was like one of those.
100%.
Like,
and so they get into a little brawl. Judge Dredd, our boy, takes him out. Brutally. He karate chops him in the neck, which is what a way, like Mission Impossible 2 style. Yeah, just karate
chopped his ass.
And he throws out another one-liner. I can't remember what it is.
What is it? God, Karl Urban, we really missed out on like doing like a full like Schwarzenegger level like legacy of action movies with him.
He is one of those guys where it feels like there was like he's had a wonderful and lengthy career. He's great in The Boys. I'm very curious to see how he's in Mortal Kombat 2
Yeah.
as Johnny Cage.
God, yeah, I can't wait for that.
I think he's gonna be really good in that.
I think, okay, we're probably gonna have to cover that with like when that comes out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've never saw that Mortal Kombat one.
It's all right. I don't mind it. I think it's fun.
I am currently very hyped for that Street Fighter movie. We were texting about that.
We were texting, dude. There was rumors that Walton Goggins was gonna be M. Bison,
which
I
amazing.
thought would have been great.
Kind of a missed opportunity, but
we were texting about David Desmalchian being cast, and I think that's very fun.
I'm like, a blessing from the Lord.
I saw 50 Cent is in it.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Is he playing? Is Ajax? Or no, that's Mortal
No.
Kombat.
That's just Jax, I think.
Oh, Jax. Sorry, not Ajax. Ajax is Deadpool.
I don't know Street Fighter too well.
I don't know Street Fighter very well. I'm
just loosely familiar with it, and I love the vibes of the.
Yeah. Who do you think they'll do for the Van Damme character?
Oh,
do you think they'll try to do something Van Damme coded as like this man should not be playing an American, or do you think they'll
remember? I do know that Andrew Koji, the guy that played Storm Shadow in Snake Eyes, and is Riot.
Oh,
which I was like, that's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
And Momoa is in it as well.
Yeah, Momoa is, I think. Is he a villain probably? Or
I think so.
Is he just doing Lobo?
I'm still bummed that it's not directed by the Philippou brothers, the guys that did Talk to Me.
Oh, were they tapped?
They're guys who were Raka Raka, and then did Talk to Me. That was supposed to be their next movie.
And they just
Street
did,
Fighter. They left Street Fighter to do Bring Her Back, which is the movie they just did.
God,
they were basically like,
I really want to see it.
It's between us doing an IP and doing this other story, and they were like, we love Street Fighter. It's not that we didn't want to do it or that we wouldn't want to do a big movie.
But we're like, how often are we going to get a chance to do this other thing?
We want to do a story we're more passionate about. We just felt good on them.
Good. Who's doing Street Fighter right now? Who's ultimately doing it?
I do not know.
Okay, I'll
some person.
We'll do it. A person. Anyway, this is a Dredd episode.
A
not
committee.
Street Fighter episode. A committee. They're gonna make a camel.
But yeah, so we do the karate chop to the neck. Around this time, Wood Harris's character and Anderson go toe to toe, and he meets an unfortunate end where his arm blows up because he thinks that the gun
is universal and it's not.
Which, if I was in like a future world, I think I would assume that every weapon is like
I feel like that ended up being standard on most guns.
The way that he just like. He's like, I fucking got you. And the way his arm blows up is so gnarly.
It is.
And then she just kicks him in the head, right? He hits the bathtub, I think is how he dies.
I think so, yeah. It was funny when I saw that because I had this is real slightly off topic, but I had a dream. So I hurt my hand a couple of weeks ago, and it's finally like healing up nicely and stuff like that, but it's still like kind of tender. And I had a really weird dream that I had broke the whole thing and the bone was sticking out.
Oh no!
That was how I woke up this morning, was from that as that particular nightmare. And then watching it when his hand got blown off, I was like, oh, it's happening.
You're like, too real.
It's following me.
Turning off the movie.
So anyway, I'm really scared to go outside right now. I'm like SpongeBob.
Hey, it's all right.
This is COVID episode.
You're okay. I will say it's really hot outside right now in Southern California, so maybe
staying inside is good.
Maybe hang out.
Yeah, I'm like Oscar Isaacs and Dune.
That's right.
What does he say when they close the sun shield?
I don't remember. I'm Moon Knight.
He's like, yeah. Said I'm Moon Knight, and then they're like, Josh Brolin shakes his head as the doors
float
come
like
down.
a butterfly, sting like a bee. My name's Stephen with a V, or whatever.
Yeah. You're like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
That's an interesting question for our other podcast. We need one more limerick.
Yeah. What you got? You got one on you?
Another thing, like a question like that?
Or no, maybe just I don't know. You got any more tongue twisters? I feel like I've opened the gate. You want to do one?
Should I do the one that we did last time we recorded?
Did we do it?
We did one. You pulled one up, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't do it, and I said that I have one that's to sit in solemn silence.
Nah, yeah, we did do this already, didn't we?
Did we record it?
Did we? Or did you just talk about it?
We recorded it.
Maybe we should delete this bit.
Do you guys remember when we did that?
Do you remember we did that?
Good stuff.
It was right after 2010.
Yeah.
We have no idea where we are. We're time traveling. We're like Slaughterhouse 5. We're just like, I'm over here, I'm on the Mars. I'm over here, I'm on World War II.
Time is not linear. It is happening all at once.
It's very timey-wimey, wobbly.
We're currently doing the 2010 episode and the Spider-Man episode and our inevitable series finale where we discuss Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed.
Yep. James Gunn should help with that reboot.
He should. But so they have this final kind of They really, again, it's tough to talk about because this movie really not rushes, but it's just
no, but it's hauling ass.
Like kind of goes its way along, and we get this final confrontation with Lena Headey. She has wired her heartbeat, her pulse, with a level of explosions on the level of the building
blow up
that
like
they're on.
their floor, like the 50 floors surrounding them, I guess.
Yes. And so she's
Dredd
basically
says
like
the coolest thing after.
Well, yeah, she's basically like, haha, you can't kill me because if you kill me, we'll all blow up. And she's just like, is that range good for the whole building?
She's like, what?
She has that like, oh, fuck.
And he just grabs her, dopes her up with the Slo-mo, and then throws her off the balcony.
This like almost operatic fall.
Yeah, someone did the math on it, and based on what he assumes is like I guess he says a meter, or something like. Basically, the math, because when you do slow-mo, you get slowed down to 1% of actual time, I guess. So based on that math, her fall from her perspective would have been 40 minutes.
A 40-minute fall?
She would have felt like she was falling for 40 minutes.
Damn.
He would have watched her fall for about 28 seconds, I think. But for her, it was a 40-minute final moment.
Yeah. I mean, that whole final death, I was surprised that the movie wraps up as quickly as it does.
Yeah.
I thought that there would be a little more. I mean, I guess the whole movie is action conflict. Yeah. That the end of it is him just being like, what about this? Like, it's kind of, I guess, does work, but I was expecting like more of like a full all-out thing. I think it's clever enough that I'm like into it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, honestly, that's like the gutsiest thing he could have done, was just being like, oh, I don't even know, fuck it.
Yeah. He basically was like, what's the Bluetooth range on that thing?
Yeah. And she was like, he was right. No.
It is one of those things where it's like, I feel like we could have avoided that. Like, that is a technical, loophole that could have been avoided. But a
little bit, just a teeny bit.
But I will say how her character ends. I mean, the way she like the shot from like under the ground as her face like hits and the blood.
Yeah, the way her face like mushes on the glass.
It's like very like
mashing it.
Like sip just Matt. Not as quoting Sonny.
I know. The gates are open.
Good. That is a good. There's that great blooper in Sonny where he's mashing it and everyone else like cannot keep. Neither would I. I would be breaking the whole time.
I'm surprised they have a show. I would never get through a day of filming in that.
I do like the way that the blood kind of sprawls out is very like.
It's kind of stylized. It actually makes the Dredd X.
Of
his helmet. Yeah,
that's pretty good. And like, obviously, it's a bit of poetic justice that she falls from the building the way that she kind of made this kind of whole threat. And then the movie again, it kind of like
wraps up pretty neatly, I guess.
They open the building back up. We should actually
just before they go into that finale, I guess
that she lets Domhnall Gleeson go.
Yeah, she does, and
they basically. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, she reads his like empathy and knows none of what he's done was by choice.
Forced into this,
and she declares him guilty, or not. She declares him not guilty, innocent, if you will. Innocent, that's a good word.
Thank you
for it. And Dredd's like, what are you doing? And she's like, look, I've already failed the test, but the assessment's still going, so like I'm still doing the job. Yeah. So she lets him go, and then she like gets the code and opens the door and hauls ass into that finale.
And Dredd does give her, I think he gives a little like nod of like respect, like kind of like, all right.
Oh, we kind of skipped over that Dredd kills all of the other Dredds, all the other judges.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we kind of did skip over that.
Yeah, he's kind of got like a final confrontation with all the corrupt judges and gets shot.
We're taking a Nolan-esque Slaughterhouse 5 non-linear approach to this episode.
Yeah. But I mean, we could just, if you've seen the movie, assuming you've been watching with us, he gets them, and it's pretty clutch.
We brought it up early in the episode, this whole like legendary Judge Dredd thing that he goes off against this final judge, and basically the villain judge. We need to cut around this. The villain judge shoots through Dredd, and he starts to, slowly bleed out. Dredd is sitting there, and this villain judge is basically like...
He does the Florence Pugh mouth thing.
He does, like, and then Dredd says, wait, and there's that whole, like, wait? You want me to wait? I'm fucking riffing this whole time? You want me to wait?
Yeah, he's like, for what? And then he gets, like, shot
like
by...
4 different times?
Yeah, by Anderson, who comes in clutch.
Did he know that she was coming?
I think...
He's just
I don't know.
Like
I think maybe he just was like, I can...
Works out.
Yeah.
I'll
Well,
say
she's
that.
a telepath. Do you think she was like, maybe he
Oh,
could feel
I'm
it
on the
or
way
something?
or
Maybe. I
whatever.
don't know if she, because I mean, we always see it, but maybe there is that thing of like he could kind of feel it, like her presence or something, a la the Force.
I also do love the
I don't know.
bit that they do kind of the dramatic irony that the other judges don't know that Anderson is a telepath, because when
Yeah.
there's the other judge that shows up and she's like,
And she's like, I'm with you, rookie. And she's like, eat shit.
yeah, she's like, I can read that you're not meant to be here. Just
Yeah.
fires off the
Yeah.
gun and kills her.
Pretty hilarious.
I
I
was
was like, boom, die.
Smart bit of writing.
Smart bit of writing, yeah. I mean, Alex Garland's pretty good at that stuff.
He is pretty good at it.
But yeah, so then they get reunited. They go into the finale. They get Mama. They go down. They open up all the blast doors and stuff.
Everybody
free in
is
the city.
free after the half of the building has
Yeah.
blown up.
They annihilated
exploded,
half the
riddled
building,
with
Die Hard
bullets.
style.
Exactly.
Um,
And basically you get this final moment where Dredd is like, well, I guess your assessment's over. She hands the badge, just
Yep.
thinking that he's just gonna like. She's like, all right, but hey, at least I did a little bit of good. Is kind of what she says when
Yeah.
she lets Gleason
then,
go.
and then Dredd's supervisor shows up and is like, so how'd she do?
yeah, and he's like 10 out of 10, no notes.
He's like 10 out of 10, no notes, she passed.
Pass or fail.
And then
Pass.
he like turns and he like that guitar riff hits.
Absolutely, he literally just like rides off, being like,
Yeah.
crime. It's
No,
a
he
hell of
goes
a
from
thing.
like Murphy, RoboCop to like the Dark Knight up the tunnel, like and out.
yeah. They honestly,
Pretty
yeah.
clutch ending. I really
cut
the
to
the
Dredd.
final moments of the movie are pretty fucking slick.
Yeah, man. Again, all killer, no filler. Again, kind of a tough episode, like a
Yeah.
tough movie to talk about because it's so action focused.
It is, yeah.
But it is one of those things that like it's very experiential. It's very like it's very engaging.
it's just a damn good action movie.
yeah.
You know? In like the way that the John Wick movies are. You know, they
I agree.
come in and they do it. I do think like John Wick is like they're getting longer and longer. But like that original one is like under 2 hours, and I remember that one being like pretty lean, mean,
Yeah.
killing machine. But-
Honestly, and I think this movie, kind of as we continue to talk about it and
Yeah.
we reach the end of like kind of going through the plot, like this movie again did not do well financially, but
No.
review wise, everybody really liked it.
really liked it, and I
And
don't know.
there were discussions there have been several discussions for sequels.
Yep.
Um,
Alex Garland actually was apparently working on 3 treatments simultaneously.
well, I
'cause
know one of them became a graphic novel.
yeah, I believe one of them did. He basically walked away from the other 2 because he couldn't crack the story and settled on this one. But he'd been trying to get a Dredd movie made for a number of years.
Sick.
And went through a couple iterations and couldn't, in his words, he just couldn't crack the other 2 versions of it.
Yeah.
But this one, when he kind of settled on the Training Day route, he went for it. And I won't lie, I think it would be kind of cool to see Alex Garland show up to do
Dredd 2.
a Dredd 2.
Fair.
2 Dredd 2.
Dredd S with a $sign.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
Judge,
exactly.
two Dredd.
No, it's 10 out of 10.
But I think this movie,
Could be fun.
honestly, and also because I think it's kind of like, it's,
Dead Redemption.
Oh, damn.
oh shit. If the
Dredd
audio
Dead
did not
Redemption.
pick that up, yeah, our producer just said Dredd Dead Redemption.
Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty
That's
good.
really fucking good.
No,
They
10
go
out of 10.
Western.
They
Go
western.
west. I'm
It
into it.
inverts back. He goes to the past.
Well, I do think this movie it's kind of a police procedural.
Yeah.
And to
It's got-
discuss the several different sequels that have been discussed.
Yeah.
One of them that was announced and was being worked on was a spin-off series called Mega City 1
Yeah.
that would have had Dredd return in a limited capacity and like every
like
couple
in sort
episodes.
of, I'm a mentor figure probably, or
Yeah.
cameo.
It would follow like new judges.
Yeah.
Um,
People who would be allowed to take their helmets off.
I do think this would function really well as a series
I agree with you on that.
in the way that they
would.
are treating this universe. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to piggyback what you said. You go ahead. I think
Oh, no,
you're
yeah,
about to say what I was thinking.
I think like in the way that this movie is built out of like, like you kind of do like case of the week, like kind of a thing. I think that would really work.
Yep.
And you do this even if you lean into the satire, this overall kind of theme of like, are we right in doing this?
Yeah,
Like,
is our
what,
methods
are we
correct?
creating more? Like,
Are we not maybe amplifying the problems? Yeah, I think it'd be cool to see them like dive into all of this stuff and go a little bit further, especially with the sort of dissection of like the militarization of the police. I feel like there's a really strong sci-fi angle that they sort of get to touch a little bit in this movie, but I think they could go harder with it if given the opportunity.
No, I really think there's a lot of room here. I do think Mega City 1 needs this version of it needs to be fleshed out a little bit more.
Probably. Yeah.
Obviously, it's a low budget. I think I heard somewhere that it was like they built like a hallway and they just like shot it different times. So it's like I understand you're dealing with limited budget, so I get that. But I do feel like this is a city that I don't feel like it doesn't feel fully lived into me.
No.
And I think if you are going to do a sequel, whether it be a spinoff or a movie, I think you need to invest the resources to. I'm not saying it needs to be like $250 million. I don't think most movies need to be $250 million.
No, but I mean, if you're doing a series, you just throw that Game of Thrones kind of money at it.
Yeah.
And maybe you have something pretty cool.
You need it to be an ecosystem. You need it to be a character, not to do the cliche, but it needs to be a character.
So I think we're kind of getting into the question of the day.
Do we in fact need one score?
More. What's the numbers, Matt?
Well, as we've said before, that we got out of 10. If it's 5 or below, it's a no-go. If it's a 5.1 or above, then we have officially given the green light. Good. You're welcome.
Yep.
Out of 10, we have given this a 8 out of 10. Pretty solid, yes.
Pretty solid, yes. We're on board for another one, whether it be a TV series. I would like to see a continuation of this one, though. I'm not...
less interested in a reboot?
Because we're at this thing where it's like we're over 10 years since this came out.
Yeah.
If they came back to this, I feel like there's going to be a lot of pressure to just start fresh. But I think this movie's so underrated and underseen. I think it'd be worth it to do a continuation.
I also think Karl Urban is at an age where like he's not too old to play this role.
Not.
Like he could show up and still be kind of like. If anything, his age has now leaned him more into the like iconic. I am the iconic Judge Dredd.
Yeah, you could kind of do like the Dark Knight Returns angle on it a little bit, I guess.
Like I think there is like, I think there is enough runway with this to do it and like do this universe, and it is tough. I think. And we don't have the space to get into this too deeply, but we're both pretty clear on how we stand with stuff like this, that stories about police officers is a difficult thing to tackle nowadays.
Yes.
As it should be due to a lot of stuff.
Yep.
I think
approaching it though with that satirical RoboCop kind of angle is kind of could really resonate.
I think there's not
it is a tough pitch right now.
Yes. But I do think looking at it as they touch on in this movie of, is this something that we should be acting the way that we do?
Yep.
I do think there is a lot of room for that kind of a story.
I'm super down. I'd really like to see Alex Garland in some capacity
and
return to this.
Olivia Thirlby come back as
I
Anderson.
Would love to see her come back. I'd be fine if she's like the lead of the show.
Honestly, fuck yeah.
Like, just bring her in, give her a new partner. Like, if like, and just like, assemble a little squad, NCSI or CSI style, like kind of style.
I'm totally into that.
Just Law and Order, but with the cyberpunk.
Yeah, I really think that
could be cool.
That could be successful.
That could be something, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think that's our Dredd episode.
Good movie.
Great. Yeah, this is great. I'm really glad I got to revisit this. I'm glad that you guys got to see it.
I mean, one of the best things about doing this podcast is getting to watch movies that I've always intended to watch.
I know. Kind of forces the hand a little bit.
My ADHD has stopped me from watching several movies that I haven't seen that I've not seen for this podcast. And then man.
Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Karl Urban, one of the best to do it.
Yeah.
Love Karl Urban.
He's so good. He's underrated as hell.
Yeah.
He needs more stuff.
Final thoughts for you?
I am the law.
Fair enough.
Bring out the meat wagon.
Oh, shit. Oh, wait, it's here.
It's here.
I didn't do anything. Thank you for listening to We Need One More.
Be sure to follow us on socials like TikTok and Instagram at WNOM Podcast to stay up to date on upcoming episodes.
And feel free to join our Discord community where you can share your thoughts on the movies we're watching together. That's going to be at WNOM Podcast server with a link in the bio.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. That's the best way to support the show and to let us know that you need one more.
We'll see you next week. This podcast is produced by Pilot 9 and 9 Ball Creative.